Goosebumps already. Hamilton has returned to the greatest city in the world. The mega hit show opened last night at the Paramount Theatre in Seattle, and we are not throwing away our shot to have its two stars in studio with us. Please welcome to New Day, Blaine Alden Krauss, who plays Hamilton, and Deon'te Goodman, who plays Aaron Burr. Thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I saw the show last night and I'm still buzzing and I'm really starstruck that you guys are here. You both were absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
How do you guys keep that energy up night after night?
Oh, I had a Celsius last night.
Yeah, I was like, a lot of coffee.
Celsius.
A lot of coffee. Celsius is my best friend. I have a fridge in my dressing room, so I'm like, the first thought that I had when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I have to buy so many Celsius and just stock it.
Not sponsored by Celsius.
I was gonna say that.
I was gonna say that.
We're not plugging that.
No, I think it's 3 hours long, as you saw, and it's two human beings, their full lives, right? So it is a lot to handle, but there's something that happens where no matter how your day's been, no matter how full it's been, how tired you may be, something happens when it's like half hour and when that music starts, the dun 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 dun,
it's
before
game
he
on.
comes out, your body just goes, okay, this is what we're doing, So you switch into it and you lock in and you just go.
Well, it's spectacular. And Blaine, you played the role of Aaron Burr before you took over the role of Hamilton, right? So how's that been different for you, and do you prefer one to the other?
So I actually, when I joined Hamilton, I joined the show in an offstage capacity where I covered a bunch of the principals. And his track, Aaron Burr, was in my portfolio. And I did it for a couple of months, actually keeping his seat warm because he was here in Seattle.
I was here doing Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
So
he couldn't come out, so they asked me to do the part for a little bit while he did that. But I think it's a really good privilege to have been able to play both guys, because in my opinion, Hamilton and Burr are two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
And I think you leave the theater wondering, oh, should I have been more like a Hamilton or should I have been more like a Burr?
Yeah.
And I think you realize we have both of them in us, and it's a matter of when to speak, when not to speak, kind of thing. Which color to show. So
and I wanted to get to that too, Deon'te. If you connect it all with Aaron Burr.
Oh, 1,000%. I think the first time I heard the show, I was like, I think that it's so easy to paint, to assume that Aaron Burr is the villain, and I think that I went in, originally thinking that, but when I first listened to the show, through. I just remember thinking, wow, I think this person is so misunderstood, just like in context of the show. I think he's so misunderstood. I think he is someone who we can all relate to if we really look at it. Someone who's just like, trying to get ahead and, has been told to play by the book. And that's what he does his entire life. And then he sees Hamilton come up and just, do the exact opposite and get everything that he has been working so hard, to achieve, everything that he's been, trained and ingrained in his body, that like, this is who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be, the person who goes down in history, the person who makes history, the person who, can't be forgotten, and unfortunately he's someone
Job
who's
accomplished.
not right, exactly. He's not forgotten in a very different way, but I think that he's someone that we can all relate to, someone who presents something and then behind closed doors is like, oh, I should have just done this, I should have just acted in this specific way,
Right, kind of that second guessing.
Exactly. 1,000%.
Do you guys have like a most challenging moment during the show that you're like, here we go, this is coming?
Boy. I have a moment in second act, and when the scene where actually Aaron Burr and Thomas Jefferson and James Madison confront Hamilton about his side conquests that don't have to do with the government.
Yes.
And it's a song called We Know, and it's probably Lynn's quickest, wittiest, most brilliant rap section, and it goes incredibly fast.
Yeah.
And I always want to deliver it like a laser point, so I'm like, okay, here we go, because I've tripped up before, and It's a long fall. It's a long
Yes.
fall.
I would say the hardest moments for me lyrically are the top of Act 2.
Yeah.
When I'm coming out and I'm like, okay, here we are, 1789. This is where we are in the world. We're creating this government, and I'm introducing Thomas Jefferson, and it's so wordy and so quick, and it's like you don't really have time to.
I don't know how you guys can do that.
And I'm also
prayer.
like running up those stairs, and
Prayer, telling
so
you.
that's what I would say.
Yeah, exactly. When you still had like a breath to take when you ran up, I'm like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it is a battle. It has to be so specifically timed. The breaths in this show, you have to time them, or else you will suffer. You will pay for it for sure.
You guys make it look so easy. And Deon'te, we were looking at your Instagram too and spotted a photo with you with the creator of Hamilton too. So tell me about that.
Yeah.
How was that?
Lynn came out to Chicago, and like spoke with the cast, and it was such a great experience. He's such a chill person. He's exactly who you see, on TV, and as he's speaking in interviews, he's just so laid back and very approachable, and it was really fun to just like meet him and be able to chat with him. Actually, the first time that I ever saw Lynn was my final rehearsal with I started with the Broadway company back in 2019, and I was just like waiting backstage to go on. I was like in one of my ensemble tracks, and I just see someone walk behind me backstage, and I turn and I'm like,
no.
I did like the whole like Beyonce thing at the Grammys. I was like,
yes, the meme. We all know the meme.
Is that Lynn? Oh my God! And then like right, and then like went back into stage management, and he's just like sitting there, and I was like, hi. And I was like, introduce myself. He was like, yeah, I saw your tape. I was like, you saw my tape?
Wow.
That's, so he's such a chill person. It's so great. It's so great.
You guys, thank you so much for being here. Just immense talent here on the couch
you.
today,
Thanks for having
and we
us.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
we love
you.
it.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
And do not miss Hamilton, at the Paramount Theatre. Shows run through March 2nd.